was a red suit last time.
I know a lot of shows are starting to film Thursday mornings just because AC, air conditioning, is so cheap at that time.
Yeah.
That they can easily cool off an entire stage, and everyone just wants to work then.
Yeah, there's the least amount of stress on the grid Thursday morning.
Well, the weekends, forget about it. You can't get around. You can't even get near an air conditioner on the weekends, or you're paying through the nose.
Like even grocery stores are starting to not have AC.
I've noticed that. You know what? Now that you mention it, a lot of their produce is sweaty looking. Everything is too hot. The windows are fogged. Yeah.
Maybe Geek Squad would know when the AC's coming back.
Should we call Geek Squad?
Yeah. Let's give them a call. They'd be able to help us.
Yeah, this has been a great episode so far. Is there any? Do you have any? When can we see on the old boob tube again, Mark? I didn't mean that boob tube. I mean television. So.
Oh! I was like, what?
No, let's not get into that. I know where you're going with that. Do not
go there, senor.
This guy's a sickie. No. Get that out of your head.
Okay. I did an episode of Hello Ladies with Stephen Merchant.
Oh, nice.
And that was really fun. I did an episode of New Girl recently, and that was fun.
Who was directing that episode?
Fred Goss.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Really funny guy.
Fred, yeah. Yeah, I know Fred Goss.
I don't, okay. And then I'm doing Portlandia.
Oh, great.
At the end of September, so I'm really excited about that.
That's when you're shooting it.
Oh, no, I'm just flying up to Portland.
Oh, okay. That's that sounds like a fun trip.
Yeah.
Great vacation. Is the Steven... Oh, here we go.
Sorry to cut this off.
Yeah, no, we got to get this call out of the way.
Thank you for calling Best Buy on Maryland Parkway.
That's
hey,
my
Best
favorite.
Buy customers. Just so you know, you can purchase your products over the phone.
Just so you know, you can kiss my ass. It's a recording. I'm pretty sure you're recording, right?
For store hours,
God, could you imagine? I thought she was real for a minute.
Press 2.
Could you imagine if I said that to a real
Press
person?
3. For Geek Squad services, for pricing and availability,
I should have pressed
1.
4.
For questions regarding a previous purchase, and all
press
other
0.
questions, press 2. For pricing and availability, press 1. For
I think
questions
he
regarding a
screwed
previous
up.
purchase,
Just get someone on the phone.
Geek Squad.
Yeah.
This is Geek Squad.
Okay. Now we have a lot of... So we have questions about YouTube, camera...
Thank you for calling Best Buy in Maryland Parkway. This is Smith. How can I help you?
Yeah, hey, I was trying to get in touch with the Geek Squad.
Okay, give me 1 second, okay?
Hey, do you know... are you in the Geek Squad?
No, I'm at customer service.
You might be able to help me out, because I just have a quick question. My twin brother, Randy, is here.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, I'm his twin brother.
That's my twin brother, Randy. And he, funny thing, I don't want to keep you on the phone, but have you ever heard of this before? Randy and I are twins, but his birthday was yesterday. My birthday is today, because he was born at 11:59 p.m., and I was born at 12:01 a.m. the next day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, did you ever hear that before?
Could be possible.
Yeah,
we just figure a lot of doctors round up or down, but we had like a real hippy-dippy doctor, we think, so we have different birthdays.
But we're identical twins.
Yeah.
Anyway, Randy was telling me, you know how when you go to YouTube and like sometimes people load up things onto YouTube or other sites, like let's say somebody loads Jack Reacher onto YouTube and it's not an official release, and I watch, you know how like if I watch Jack Reacher on YouTube and it's not from like the DVD, and like that's illegal. And so like you know how like the government, because then they can track your IP address. Do you know how they get your IP address if you're doing illegal downloads?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, that's what our question, because like Randy was saying they get your IP address and if you watch illegal downloads.
Yeah, and then I also heard that even if you accidentally go to it and you're actually there just to report it as illegal, they can still get your IP address. Is that true?
Truthfully, I'm not sure.
And
I'm not even sure if that's something Geek Squad would know.
Well, do you know, because then Randy was saying that, you know how they can look through your camera?
They can look through your camera and hear your audio.
Yeah, because if you're breaking the law, that they can access your camera.
But the main question we had is if we control the volume on our end, does that control the volume on their end? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like if they can hear me, what if I just turn down my volume? Can I just watch Jack Reacher and that's fine? And like what if I like tape a coin to my camera and they can't see me anymore?
Well, and also, are they allowed to now if I do an illegal download and they can access my camera, can they do that all the time, or is that just for when I do the illegal? Like if I'm watching the illegal Jack
So
Reacher?
only while you're doing it, or from then on they have access?
I truthfully don't know.
Have you ever watched anything on YouTube that was illegal?
Probably not.
Probably not. Oh man.
So,
me and Brendon watched Jack Reacher. That's why we're calling.
yeah,
and we're
we
kind
got
of
scared,
scrambling
because there was
right now.
another website that was like saying that we could get the IP address or something. Do you know about what is They said something about IP address. Do you know that?
No, I don't know.
You don't know the IP address
No, I don't.
or what it is. All right. Well then, but this is probably questions for the Geek Squad, I guess.
I mean, I don't think that that's something that they would know. You might want to contact someplace else, possibly, but they probably won't know that information.
Well, the sheriff mentioned that he said that he's the one who said that they can get the access.
He doesn't want to get us in trouble. He's trying to help us.
And he's saying to just kind of to call the Geek Squad because that's
our neighbor. Our neighbor is the sheriff. Do you want to talk to him?
No, thank you.
Well, he's right here.
Hi. Yeah, I was talking to Brendon and Randy about this. Hello?
She doesn't want to fuck with the sheriff. That was good though. Let's get the Geek Squad on the phone next.
Hello, yeah, I was click.
Yeah.
The sheriff comes
Sheriff is here because we watched Jack Reacher on YouTube.
Grown men, terrified.
Grown twin men.
Twin men.
Terrified that they watch Jack Reacher with the sound down.
You can't even hear the movie.
Well, because we're afraid we're being monitored.
We just lip read.
Yeah. So we'll just have to get another one on the phone and maybe get to the bottom of this.
We need answers. And I as the sheriff, want to be vindicated.
Maybe, what if the sheriff started the call and said, hey, I have two guys here.
Sure.
I'm a little bit worried about impersonating a police officer.
Yeah.
Oh, is that illegal?
That's a good question.
That's good. Yeah.
Let's call a sheriff as another sheriff and ask if that's legal.
How about
should we do that?
No.
What if we just called like the sheriff of Tombstone or something?
Like the pizza place?
No, they're the place in Arizona.
What if I could be a professor next door and I told you guys?
Oh yeah,
Or a
you're a
teacher
college
or
professor.
Okay, yeah. You're
Okay.
a lawyer.
Thank you for calling Best
Yeah,
Buy
lawyer,
in Las Vegas. For store hours, press 1.
I bet you it's number
For
4
directions,
again.
press
Just
2.
just do
To
it.
speak
Hit
to
number
sales
4.
associate. For the status of your repair,
Yep.
press 1.
Yeah, we did
For
it.
computing services,
Oh,
press
but
2.
wait, maybe we don't
For
want.
car audio services,
Oh, we'll just get
press
Geek
3.
Squad first.
For home theater and
We'll
all
just
other
call every
services,
department.
press 4. To repeat these options, press pound.
What should I just hit a number?
I don't know.
4.
Your call is very important to us. All
Sweet.
sales associates at this location are currently assisting other customers over the phone.
Lying to other
There
customers.
are 4 or more customers ahead of you. To be transferred to a nearby store to speak to a sales associate
go.
about pricing and availability, press 1.
Yeah.
You are now being transferred to a nearby store.
All sales associates at this location and the nearby
Everybody's
stores
busy.
are currently assisting other customers over the phone. Your call will
They're
be
signing up
answered in the
people for
order it was
extended
received.
warranties.
Thank you for your patience.
Do you know
Your
Randy's
call
story
is very
about that?
important to us.
No.
I have a feud with Best Buy because they fucked me on a warranty.
Really?
Yeah, basically. They lied to me. Ooh, this is good.
This is fun.
I'll play along.
Hey, folks. We all like. Everybody likes Sundays, right? what's better than what's a nice cherry on top of your sundae, but the NFL channel. Right now, if you go to NFL.com and put in coupon code BZ, stands for Bone Zone, you get 50% off your first month of the NFL package. So just go to NFL.com and type in BZ in the coupon code and get 50% off your first month. Football season's right around the corner. And also Frito-Lay is, you can get you get a coupon for a free bag of chips. Ooh. So get all your buddies to come over. You'll be the most popular guy. You'll be the most popular guy out of all your buddies. And send the wife and kids off to her sister's. Put the dog in the yard. Grab some ice cold Coors Light. You want to have plenty of Coors Light on hand because Sunday the big game happens, and you can catch it all right there, NFL Network. And if you have DirecTV, Time Warner, Dish TV, it's available. Comcast. And you go to NFL.com to request the NFL package for whatever cable provider or dish provider you have. Give them coupon code BZ, short for Bone Zone. That'll get you 50% off your first month, which is that's a lot of savings, right, Mark?
That's a lot of savings.
What do you pay for,
To be transferred to a nearby store to speak to a sales
I wonder if
associate
you're-
about pricing and availability, press 1.
You are now being transferred to a nearby store.
All sales associates at this location and the nearby
So,
stores
NFL,
are currently
That's a great deal.
Right. So let's say
I'm paying about $400 to $500 for just my basic cable.
Oh, that's too much.
Huh?
I think that's too much.
Seems high.
Right, Randy?
Seems high
to
to me.
What do you pay?
Well, I mean, I specifically, I pay a flat rate.
Yeah.
Of what though?
I'm in. I live in a cable-controlled house.
Randy's got it. It comes with his house.
See, I live with my girlfriend, and she does the bills and stuff. So
I bet she does.
Huh?
Right, Rand?
Yeah, other guy's named Bill.
Yeah, she does all the bills in your neighborhood.
She probably has.
Oh no, Mr. Bill!
Yeah.
I want to see Mark Brooks's girlfriend.
Has sex with the Buffalo Bills, probably
Oh,
too.
my goodness.
We don't know of any bills or anything.
Your girlfriend and the Buffalo Bills. That's a funny idea for a
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live sketch right there.
Oh yeah.
We should submit that.
Thank you for calling
SNL.
Best
You-
Buy in
well,
Southwest Las
that's-
Vegas.
Just change the names.
But the
Customers, in case you didn't know, you can purchase your
I pay $800 for cable. But it's I have a I do you
For
get
the status
everything?
of your repair,
No,
press
I
1.
just get
For computing
NBC
services,
and
press 2.
CBS.
For car audio services,
Oh, that's not
press
bad.
3.
If
For
you
home
I could
theater and
I'll have you
all
talk
other
to my guy.
services, press
Because
4.
Do you have a
few
really
hundred
good
more
cable
dollars.
Options.
I know a guy. He works. He does it. It's a little under the table, but
Yeah.
we'll talk. We'll talk off the air.
I'd love to get UPN.
Thank you for calling Best End 215 Remo. This is Karina speaking. How can I help you today?
Yeah, hi. My name is Michael Rosen, and I am a lawyer with Rosen, Liebstein, and Gosh. I'm calling because my neighbors, they're twins. They're also on the line, Randy and Brendon.
Hello.
Hi.
They, I'm kind of consulting them right now. They watched a video on YouTube. It was Jack Reacher. And I was telling them that doing so is illegal because Jack Reacher is copywritten and somebody broke the law and put the video up onto YouTube. So can you just clarify that a little bit?
But we didn't know that. Like when Randy downloaded it. This is Brendon, and Randy's he's my twin brother. Today's Randy's birthday.
Hello. It's my birthday. Yesterday was Brendan's birthday, though. We're twins. We have 2 different birthdays.
Because I was born at 11:59 p.m. the day before.
I was born at 12:01 a.m. So, have you ever heard of that? 2 twins having 2 different birthdays?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
We've never met anyone like that. Can you maybe write down their phone number for us or something?
Do you know twins like that? We're 34. We've never heard of that before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, maybe at the end of this, we'll.
And how can I help you today?
Okay, so the question was, I'm sorry, our lawyer told us that because we watched...
They were watching Jack Reacher on YouTube. They had the sound down, which is fine, but they're still watching it with, and so sure they can't hear it, and so the government or whoever's tracking their IP address can't listen in.
Yeah, we heard that if you turn the volume down, okay, here's what we heard. We heard that the government can find your IP address, they can look through your webcam, and they can hear you. And so we just turned down the volume because we thought that would turn down their volume too. And I taped a coin to my webcam so they couldn't see me.
And I said to them that that's just evading the law, that they're still breaking the law.
But we didn't know that it was wrong to watch that somebody put Jack Reacher on YouTube. We didn't know that we had to get the DVD.
Yeah, we thought maybe they're in trouble, but not us. We just wanted to watch it.
Also, they didn't really enjoy it all that much either, and I don't know as a lawyer where that comes into play.
Yeah, can we go to jail if we watch the movie and we didn't even like it?
And we didn't put it on there.
Yeah, we didn't even put it on there.
Okay, give me one moment.
He's transferring us. So we should have our lawyer do the intro again. This makes it seem official.
Our neighbor, who happens to be our lawyer. We didn't even know he lived next door. We hired him. Turns out he lives next door.
Yeah, we called him out of the phone book. We should tell them that.
This is Colin. How can I help you?
Yeah, hi. This is Michael Appleby. I am a lawyer. I'm calling from the firm of Appleby, Stern, and Michelson. And my neighbors, they're two twin gentlemen that recently watched a YouTube movie, a copy of the movie Jack Reacher. And they're on the phone with me right now, and I was telling them that this is potentially illegal. So we're just calling to get some clarification.
Hi, this is Brendon. I'm here with my twin brother, Randy.
Hello.
Yeah.
Somebody put Jack Reacher on YouTube, and we watched. We didn't know it was a copyright thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so we called a lawyer because Randy said that if you watch, if like you do an illegal download, that they can track your IP address.
Yeah, my friend
Correct.
at school told me that you can do that. They can do that, and they can also look through your webcam and hear your audio. Is that true?
No, as far as that goes, they can't do that now.
Well,
downloading. Go ahead.
I disagree because I was told that if they turn down the sound and put a nickel, not a dime, a nickel or what have you over the camera, then the government isn't able to get the IP address.
Yeah, I taped a coin to my webcam and I turned the volume down, but then it made it so we couldn't even hear the movie.
Basically what he's saying is they didn't enjoy the film that much.
We didn't hear most of it, so does that still count as an illegal download?
No, because when you're watching things on YouTube, obviously that's a legal site. Obviously they didn't put it down. I mean, when they find it, if they put it down, I mean they put it down. The person who ever put it on there. Now you only get in trouble when you actually download stuff. So if you go onto a website and you download something illegally, but even then, the chances of them actually looking at your IP address is so slim to none. It's really crazy unless you actually download a file that the company is actually tracking. Because I mean, I've had people that talk to me where they've actually done that before, and what ends up happening is Cox or whatever your internet service provider is, they'll send you an email and say, look, we saw you download this, please remove it. And they'll give you warnings before you actually get in trouble.
So your internet. So if because Randy, it's me and my twin brother Randy are here, and today's Randy's birthday actually.
Yeah, my birthday's today. And have you ever heard of this? Brendon is my twin brother, but his birthday was yesterday.
I just had my birthday yesterday.
Because he was born at 11:59 p.m. and I was born at 12:01 a.m.
Oh, happy birthday, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks. Well, it's Randy's
belated
today.
For Brendon.
Yeah, belated.
But thank you.
The first lady that we talked to said that she knew some twins like that, but we never heard of that before.
I'd never met a single pair of twins that had that.
But our lawyer was so they can. So somebody would call us or something to let us know that they have our IP address first, and
They
then
send you an email and say, you downloaded this, you need to remove it. They'd send you an email, usually through your Cox email, or whatever email you provided with them. But like I said, on YouTube, they're not going to do anything like that because that's not illegal. You're watching something on YouTube that's legally put on there. And now if they go, do their scans, whatever YouTube does, and finds that, and they take it off, well, then it's illegal. It's gone. No one can view it.
Well,
but if you're viewing it on YouTube, that's fine.
Well, Randy is now. This is another thing that our lawyer told us, and if it's interesting because we called the lawyer because we just wanted to make sure we were covered, and we called our lawyer out of the phone book, and it turns out that he lives right next door to us.
He's our neighbor.
Yeah.
So
but he was telling us about because Randy likes to fish, and he was saying that because like Randy looks at a lot of like fishing websites, but then our lawyer was saying that's no good either. That'll get you.
I hear all the time these on the news and what have you about these fishing sites, and you go on and these anglers. It's been a big scam the entire time.
Yeah, and Randy was supposed to go on a trip, like a fishing trip with his. With his boss, and he just ordered a bunch of stuff online from one of the fishing sites. But now we're worried that like his IP address is on some list or something.
His identity's been stolen.
Or something
I think.
like that. Is that how? Because that's what they were saying. If you go to these fishing websites, then they get all your credit card. Like they steal your identity. And Randy just bought. What did you just buy? You bought like a rod and.
Yeah, well, I bought a fly rod and
from Gander Mountain.
From Gander Mountain, and then I also
right. I mean, I see what you guys are saying. I mean, that's just a precaution you just got to be aware of for any site. I mean, as long as it's a legit site, you hop on. Everything looks nice and clean. I mean, most of the time if you have like antivirus, it'll tell you if it's like a legit site or not. But I mean, you can usually tell. I mean, if it's looking like there's like a couple of rods on there and you click it and it's asking weird things, you can pretty much tell if it's malicious. But I mean. It's just something you got to be. I mean, you can walk down the street and someone say, "Hey, I got this rod," and you buy it.
But it was definitely a fishing site. It was a fishing site that he was on.
Yeah, it was on a fishing site.
And our lawyer's saying that that the fishing sites are where they steal your identity from.
Not necessarily. I mean, it can happen to anything. You can go online and try to download, or you can buy like a game online, a video game or like a movie.
With Gary Unmarried.
Site, and it could be fraud too. I mean, it can happen to anyone, but. You can usually tell, and I've never heard of any stories of someone buying a fishing pole or something like that online and, being fraud or watching YouTube videos and getting in trouble. Even people who download things illegally, I've never really seen them get in trouble. It's like if you continuously doing that and you're trying to help the network and, feed people and try to, do things illegal like that over and over again, you're downloading tons of files, that's when they start tracking you down.
And that's even because our lawyer wanted to know about the show Gary Unmarried.
Yeah, basically, I mean, it went off the air quite a while back. I was wondering if that's on the internet.
That particular show, I would probably just Google it. I'm sure someone has it.
What?
I mean, as far as like streaming it, I would be careful unless it's an actual website dedicated to them, or if it's like a TV.
Now, is the streaming sites? Would the streaming sites be like near the if it's a fishing site? Is that like a?
That's when you use a fly rod. Yeah.
No, I mean by streaming sites, I'm talking about like say I wanted to watch a movie that's still in the movie theater, and I go online and there's someone who's actually streaming it, like streaming the video online. Okay. That would be illegal.
I recommend as a lawyer that you don't do that.
That's right, our lawyer said not to do that. That's why we're
I would recommend going on Netflix and seeing if it's on there because you pay for Netflix monthly.
And that's so I guess that answers.
And if you stream it, you pay for it for the rest of your life because you get arrested.
Is that right?
That's a service you pay for. Yes, you pay like $8 a month, and you got tons of movies and videos you can stream online legally because you pay for it.
So, well, how many? Okay, here's a question. And like, let's say there are a bunch of there are a lot of Indiana Jones sites. Mm-hmm. Which ones do I know to go to through like streaming or Netflix or illegal downloads? Because I don't know.
Personally, is going to be like Netflix, or you can use Hulu Plus. Hulu is also another site where you pay monthly for it, and you get to watch and stream movies on from their sites because you pay for it and it's legal. The people who made Indiana Jones signed a contract with them, allowing them to share their movies.
And would that
if you
be?
just Google-
Is that like like a landing page news site? Because our lawyer was saying that something about the landing page for a news site.
page?
I was telling the boys about landing pages and just how I would like to see a web page that's a full landing page.
What do you mean by landing?
Well, like when you go and get your basically when you get a newspaper and the first page on the newspaper is called the landing page.
Okay.
I want to see that on the internet.
Is there
like
like a
newspaper?
directory for because is there a site that we could go to that is like a directory that can
Yeah, like if you're in a
point us in the
mall,
right
if you're lost
direction?
in a mall, you would find the directory, and then that would help you find. So, is there a directory that you could do for that?
No, unfortunately not. I mean, your biggest help would be Google. So, I mean, if you're trying to find something, like you're trying to find the newspaper or, a news article online, you just Google it.
And is that so okay, so if Randy wanted to start a site, like a website about my car.
Okay, yeah, that's a question I had. Could I do that? Because it's not my property. Because there's a lot of Indiana Jones websites online, but they don't all own Indiana Jones. So I told
Right.
them I could make a website about your car, no problem. He said I couldn't.
Like if I don't give him permission.
Legally, the boys have been arguing quite a bit. Legally, technically Randy can't do a website on Brendon's car. Mostly, I mean, it's mostly a like image, like owning the images. Randy has taken a lot of pictures of Brendon's car,
But he took them with his camera. That's what.
and I said that's a gray area
I mean, if
called
he
Geek
legally
Squad.
obtained those photos, he said, hey, yeah, take a picture of my car, that's fine. And, you legally were allowed to take those pictures. And, I mean, yeah, you can actually make
I mean, I
website.
knew he took the pictures of my car. This might be a question for my lawyer because I knew he took the pictures of my car, but I didn't know he was going to start a website with them. I mean, I'm in one of the pictures and
You can
I'm
look at it like fan
smiling,
pages.
and
I
that's
mean,
what
people
Randy
who are
said.
Fans of celebrities, they make fan pages like sports. They make fan pages. They have pictures of them. I mean, their sites are up. Their sites are legal.
Well, then my question is, if Randy uses this, if he uses those pictures of my car and starts a site, can I get his IP address and track and do that stuff that you were saying?
And
like where they get the IP address and then I can watch him through his camera?
And I told Brendon
No,
absolutely.
Because my lawyer said that.
I've never in my life ever heard of that unless you actually go on a website, you download something, you get a virus. That's the only way they'd be able to actually control everything in your computer when they actually implement their virus and infect your machine, and then they'd be able to basically take control of it.
Well,
That's
then I
the
want to
only
do
way
that.
anyone-
How do I do that to Randy's computer if he makes a website about my property? Because I don't give him permission to do it. So
It's hard for
Like
me
you
as a
said-
lawyer because I represent both of
we
them.
both hired him, so it puts him in an awkward position. So we kind of need you to balance it out.
Right. So I mean, you're saying if he makes a website, how do you get into his computer and view through his camera?
Well, yeah, because that's what you said they can do. If you illegally download other people's property, which you said that they can get your IP
What I'm
address,
saying is if
and
you
then
go
they
onto,
do
like, a
that
website
and watch through
that
your
has
computer.
viruses, because computers can get viruses, and those are computer hackers around the world. Who knows where they're at? They create these viruses and programs to infect someone's machine to do what they want on it. Now that's something else. That's someone creating an infection in order to steal money or do whatever they want to it. That's completely different. Those are people like robbers. They go into a bank and steal money. They devise a plan. These people sit at home and they type up code and try to figure out how to hack into your system.
Okay, and
if you were
that's
to
so that
download
would
something.
if you leave yourself at risk for that if you're going to these phishing sites that Randy goes to.
If you're going to bad sites that you shouldn't be at, correct? You'd be at risk of doing that.
So here's a question. Everything. What happens when it's like daylight savings time with the internet? Because does that set things? Does that make the on the internet? You know how it's just like real like there's that much space for the internet, but then when it goes daylight savings time and it goes back,
Do they? I was wondering, and I asked the boys this. This is more of my question. Do they update like the time and date on their website?
Yeah, I mean, depending on where they're located, their time and date would be set for that usually. So I mean, if they're located, Pacific time or Eastern or wherever they're at.
Right.
So it
So for
adjusts to
each
that,
time zone, their internet changes the websites.
I mean, as far as like if there's like a clock on the website, I mean, it's not going to change anything else.
but the time, because
time
it
zone's not
already
gonna
did
change
that
anything.
hour, so when you go back an hour, how does that affect whatever files were
See,
I don't know,
downloaded,
it
or
won't affect anything.
would
It's
your
just a
IP
matter of
address?
If there's like a clock on the home page, the clock will say 12 o'clock as opposed to 1. It won't affect any file or anything like that.
See, the boys are wondering because their grandmother died recently, and they want to know how long it's going to take for pictures of her that Randy took to be uploaded, and they're worried because daylight savings time is coming up.
And where did she go? Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I've been trying to
No, I
explain
mean,
to them.
when
but-
you upload a photo to wherever you're trying to upload, Facebook or wherever, it's up, once it's finished uploading, it's up on there instantaneously.
But even if it's like, let's say you upload it at 11:30, and then daylight savings time happens, and
Right, and then what
then
happens?
it's like 10:30, and then
So
the
it's-
upload time.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So
It's-
if
Yeah,
you
it's nothing to
upload
do
it
with
for
it.
that hour and then technically that hour disappears, does that content disappear?
Have you read the book The Time Traveler's Wife?
No, I've seen like the commercials of that movie though. I see what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't affect anything with files or anything like that.
What
Once
about
it's
the
uploaded,
IP
it's
addresses?
uploaded.
Because you're saying that that they can get your IP address, but then if you do that at 11:30, but daylight savings time happens, does your IP address would that still be tracked?
Is there a
No,
lost
you're
hour where the government's not tracking it?
The IP address is basically you get an IP address that you get the Cox modem. I'm assuming you guys have Cox or whatever for internet. You get that modem. They send out an IP address to that modem. Once you hook that modem up to another computer, then you have a home network that has different IP addresses.
So that would be
So-
if Randy has Cox.
So what I was saying is that if you were to download something illegal or something like that,
Right,
the
through
only
Randy's
person who would be
Cox
contacting
account?
you would be Cox saying, "Look, we saw you download this illegally. Please delete it. If you keep on doing it, you can get in trouble."
See,
Okay,
so
so
Randy
I'm gonna-
Randy pays for Cox, and so they're wondering Brendon doesn't pay for Cox, and so but it's Randy's account.
So it all goes through Randy's Cox if...
Yeah, I would go to his email and they'd contact him. Yeah.
Who would contact me? Like the head of that company, like the
actual,
president?
like a representative over at Cox Internet Service Provider.
So like the president
They
of
like
Cox.
email him and say, "Look, you downloaded
the
something
Cox.
bad."
So the
delete
head
it."
of Cox would call...
Would call me, even
No,
if
they'd email
Brendon
you,
did it. Oh,
and
they'd
it would
email
just be
me.
like an automated email almost, and they just say, "You downloaded." Let's just say, for example, you downloaded Indiana Jones, whatever
Uh-huh.
movie. Please uninstall it.
Or
you
Gary
can get in
Unmarried.
trouble.
Or Jack Reacher.
Or Jack Reacher.
Swordfish.
Yeah, Swordfish.
Right,
But
you're
even if-
fine. You're not going to get in trouble for watching stuff on YouTube. That's completely fine. As far as like buying and fishing stuff online, you just got to be careful. I mean,
Oh.
as long as the site looks like it's legit. I mean, there's, lots of stuff on there. I mean, if you go on Walmart.com or whatever site you went to, as long as it's a name brand thing that you've seen before, you can pretty much tell. They don't just
He went
they don't
to
just usually Google them
he
and
went to
get a bad
Walmart.
site.
He went to waltmart.com. It's out of the Philippines.
Tricked me, yeah.
But it looked the
Walmart.
same.
Yeah,
But if
Yeah,
I...
if you want to make sure, you can Google that name,
Mm-hmm.
and you can Google, is Walmart a legit website? And there's websites that actually will rate that site and let you know if it's a scam or whatnot. You could try that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so then... Okay, so just to clear it up. So I come over to Randy's, and I accidentally download illegal Gary Unmarried with I bring my own laptop,
On
but I put
my Cox or your
on
Cox?
on your Cox.
Okay.
So then it goes through Randy's Cox, but it was from my laptop. then who
Right.
gets
They
who
would
gets in
grab
trouble for that? Because
Randy,
then
they
wouldn't
would grab his Cox information, and they'd email him because he used his network for that.
All right, I'm going to write this down. So they grab Randy's Cox. So they would just grab Randy's Cox information?
Correct. The Cox people over at Cox would email him and say, you downloaded this, Gary Unmarried or whatever it's called. You downloaded this illegally. Please uninstall it. If they were to track you, like I said, the chances of them actually finding you, because they've got millions of subscribers to look at, it'd be very slim unless you're downloading tons and tons of data at once. They'd be like, that's weird. Or unless the company that you downloaded it from, like let's say the company who created Gary or whatever, the Gary Unmarried show, actually had a tracker that was tracking to see if someone was illegally downloading it. Those are the only ways you're going to get that you'd actually get in trouble for. And like I said, if they actually did, they just tell you to uninstall it or delete it, or else you can get fined. That's about as far as they go.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Man, I've been a lawyer for 17 days, and you just taught me more than I learned in college.
Yeah, the internet, it's a big thing. I mean, there's lots of stuff out there. Just do safe Google searches. I would recommend getting antivirus so you don't get any infections, things like that.
On his Cox.
And
For
then,
Randy's Cox, you don't want to
like I
get
said,
any virus. Like, so does that go through through Cox to block the virus, to the infections and stuff?
Yeah, they actually do. I think they have like free McAfee, which is called McAfee. It's an antivirus.
Kathy?
So, I mean, if you have that, yeah, it's an antivirus that helps you. It protects your computer from getting infections.
So get that on. Okay. Well, thanks for your help.
You're welcome, guys. You have a good one.
You see, Randy, your Cox. That's what I was telling you. You
Okay.
you can't
If he
have that going
uses-
through your Cox.
No, and because the head of Cox will come over.
The Cox head will email you.
Hello?
Hello?
Are you still there?
He hung up.
Guy needs a promotion.
That guy,
Wow.
yeah, he really
Stellar.
that was great. Well, we learned a lot. Is there anything you want to promote,
Did we
Mark?
get through all those questions?
We got through a lot of them.
Jeez, Wow.
The Welcome Center, Daylight Savings Time,
Gary Unmarried.
Gary Unmarried, Fisherman's
Where
Scam
my grandma
sites,
went?
the landing page news sites about my car. We didn't really get to how many offices there are.
That was so good.
Or the racial
photos of your car. Why wouldn't he just tell you not to? Why do you have to put a virus on his computer?
I'm really passionate about that site.
It's a 96 Pontiac Bonneville.
I fucking love that car. I was on public property when I was taking those photos.
Yeah.
I was on the sidewalk.
Well, I didn't know you were going to make a website. Like, I'm even in those photos leaning against the car smiling, but I wouldn't have done that if I knew you were going to exploit it. Because it's
Sorry.
my property.
Sorry about that.
That guy
Well,
was amazing. I have nothing to promote.
that was
as usual.
super fun. Let's listen to some Blues Traveler and then try and get to the bottom of this Cox situation.